Welcome back. So today we're doing a deep dive into a new online store that's been getting some attention. It's called Buggy.com,
That's right. And they're selling a product called the Buggy Lens.
which is a digital microscope aimed at kids. The whole idea is to spark curiosity, screen-free learning, all that good stuff.
A mission that sounds great on the surface. I mean, parents and educators are definitely looking for things like that.
Of course. But the sources we dug into found a whole lot of, well, red flags.
A ton of them, actually. So our mission here is to really just break down the specific concerns our sources found and explain why they all add up to a pretty big risk for anyone thinking of buying from them.
Exactly. So let's move past the shiny marketing and look at the actual business. The first thing our sources flagged is maybe the most basic, the website's age.
Yeah, the domain registration. And this is where it gets a little weird right away.
The domain was registered in September 2025.
Right. And at the time the source material was gathered, that date was actually in the future.
Wow. So that's not just new, that's clumsy.
Right. It's very clumsy. It points to a really rushed setup, maybe with some placeholder info they just never fixed. It basically means they have zero track record.
Okay, so that's a shaky start. If the history isn't there, the next thing you look at is what they're showing you now. And that leads us to their product images.
Mm-hmm. The integrity of the product photos is questionable.
What does that mean?
The review found that a lot of the images of the Buggy Lens seem to be, well, copied from other places on the internet.
So not their own photos.
Exactly. A genuine brand, especially for a specific tool like this, is going to invest in their own photography to show off their unique product. Copied images make you wonder if they even have the actual item they're marketing.
But hold on, isn't it kind of normal for a new startup to use stock photos to save a little money at first? Where do you draw the line?
That's a totally fair question. The line gets drawn when you add in the next red flag, which is operational transparency, or really the complete lack of it.
So no About Us page.
It's more than that. We look for basic company info. Who's the owner? Who's the team? A physical address. There was nothing. Zero.
Okay, that's not good.
Right. A legitimate business has to be tied to a real legal entity. When you combine that anonymity with the weird domain and the copied photos, it becomes a huge red flag. It means accountability is going to be really difficult.
And if you did buy something and you needed help,
Well, your options are incredibly thin. Customer support is basically just a single email address.
that's it. No phone number, no chat.
Nothing. And in these high-risk operations, it's really common for that one email to just go unmonitored after the site is launched. So if that happens, the customer has absolutely zero way to get a refund or even ask a question.
And I guess that leads right into the final point then, external validation.
It does. We cross-reference the site on major platforms like Trustpilot, the usual spots.
And what did you find?
Silence.
Just
Nothing. Zero reviews, zero ratings, zero customer feedback at all.
not even any bad reviews.
No, and that's almost more suspicious. A successful product, especially a kid's educational toy, creates a trail. People talk about it. The fact that there's no footprint at all suggests it hasn't really been sold to anyone, or it's designed to fly completely under the radar.
So let's put it all together.
You've got the questionable domain date, copied images, total anonymity, no real support, and absolutely zero external validation. The sources all agree.
It's risky.
Very risky. They overwhelmingly advise against buying anything until some real trustworthiness is established.
So this brings up a bigger thought for you, our listener. We all know how easily these digital storefronts can pop up and then just disappear overnight. So the question is, what kind of due diligence, what kind of checks could you apply yourself before trusting a brand's bold mission statement? Something to think about.